I am pleased to say that as we enter our 6th year of shared ministry, we do so with the strongest and healthiest foundation, spiritually, physically, and financially, as we have had in years. You don't need to write it. I'll get this. Add to this our 2nd year in a row of notable growth in population and ministry. I believe it's safe to say we are headed in the right direction. And I wanted you to know that we are not the only ones who notice the growth and energy present in our community. The bishop has taken a real interest in what we are doing and is so encouraged by what he sees, he has approached us to do even more. Before I get there, let's take a little look back at what we have already accomplished, or after today's sermon, what God has accomplished through us. Over the last year, we have continued to seek ways in which we might make a difference in the lives of those around us by opening our doors to our parish and inviting people to join us in our worship, our service, and our fellowship. Through local press releases, event flyers, welcome to the neighborhood postcards, and the increased use of social media, we've been able to more widely spread the word about our efforts to enter into and build relationships we have in a long time. And while doing so has not filled our pews to overflowing, there is no question that we have been able to make a difference in the lives of thousands of people in the local area through efforts of Sienna Francis House, Open Door Mission, the Mobile Food Pantry alone, Third Sunday Ministry. And while we've been doing that, we've also been growing in ways not measured by numbers. The spiritual well-being of a church cannot be quantified on its own. It is what gives a parish a strong foundation and acts as nourishment for the visible growth we see. Therefore, as our foundation grows stronger, it not only provides a more stable platform for us to build upon, but it acts like yeast as it permeates our very essence, enabling and making room for even more growth to occur. What is then measurable is the visible growth it engenders. Growth like greater involvement in our parish and individual ministries, a wider variety of efforts to meet the needs of those around us, increased commitment to supporting the work and ministry of our parish, to share the good news of Jesus Christ, and our ability and willingness to take on new challenges together. One of the challenges we will face this coming year is the special relationship we will soon share with St. Martin's of Tours. As I said, the bishop has noticed the growth of our community and has asked us to be both a prayerful presence and an encouraging partner to them as they experience an unexpected transition. We have been asked to welcome them into the life of our parish, not to absorb them as new members, but to help them see the possibilities still present in their own community, to act as mentor and coach as they explore their further ministry in South O. It is the bishop's hope that with our help, they will be able to continue to embrace the spiritual growth Father Phil has been cultivating over the last few years, and as they welcome a new priest who will be graduating seminary this coming summer. I and the vestry are excited about this new partnership, and we look forward to working alongside the people of St. Martin's. Not just because it is our Christian responsibility to walk alongside those in need, but because if it was not for St. Martin's, we might not be here. Many, many years ago, members of St. Martin's were instrumental in planting a small mission church in Bellevue to minister to the needs of the people at Offutt Air Force Base. And over the last 53 years, that mission has become a parish and made the difference in more lives than those founding members could have ever imagined. And God willing, we will continue to do so for the next 53 years. We have an opportunity to give back to the community that gave us so much. So beginning on March 1st, we will enter into a type of shared ministry that the bishop and those involved hope will do for them what they did for us. What exactly will this shared ministry look like? I'll steal a line from an older sermon. God only knows. I suspect it will be revealed as we journey together, united in the Spirit that guides us all. A Spirit that will enable us to see how together we might make a difference in the lives of those we encounter along the way, as we share the good news of God's love in our lives in a way that helps others to know it in their lives too. As we look forward to the coming year and beyond, it is my belief that together, you and me, maybe us and St. Martin's, we will continue to grow spiritually, physically, and financially, becoming more and more the church God calls us to be. And while I fully trust in God's ability to make all this happen, as I said earlier in today's sermon, we live out our faith using both words and actions. Not only must we share a unified message of hope in God's love, but we must share the load using all of our hands to do the work we have been given to do. This means welcoming the help of others and making room for them to live out their passions in our midst. And the way we do this is by strengthening the concept of what I like to call team ministry. Not just within the individual ministry teams that we have here, but through ministry cooperation, bringing together the many strengths and gifts our various ministries share to do more than we thought possible on our own. For example, as we've grown over the last 5 years, we have developed a wide variety of ways to build fellowship. And the ministry supporting each of these is rapidly reaching a point that they will not be able to support them in the way they would like to. And I too find myself at times reaching that same point. That's why I'm looking for someone in our parish to become what I would like to call a parish life coordinator. I mentioned parish life ministry. I'm looking for a parish life coordinator. This person would help us bring the various ministries together, coordinating their efforts, developing ways to include even more members of the parish in supporting our efforts to build relationships and ensure we have a balance of activities and opportunities to meet the growing diversity of our parish and surrounding community. While I would expect this volunteer to have good organizational skills, the essential quality they need is a passion to share God's love and to help others do the same. Unlike the Christian Ed Director position, which we're having a little trouble filling, I'll throw a plug out there if anybody is interested. I don't think this one is going to be as hard to fill. I can think of several of you even here in this room right now that I could point to and think would do a great job at it. But having said that, I want all of us to pray about it. And I'd like someone who really feels called to that ministry to come speak to me. And with all these kind of possibilities before us, how can we not be excited about what lays before us, where we are and where we are going? May God continue to bless us and guide us, giving us grace to readily answer God's call, to proclaim the good news of God's salvation in a way that makes it possible for the whole world to see the glory of the Lord's marvelous works.